Hi brewers, this is Daniel with MCH Australia Keg King. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Bayside Brewers and their Monster Brew, which we supported this year. We love to do club support, and we do lots of club support for sponsorship of events and competitions. We love to be able to do that because in the end, it's all about the passion for the hobby. And we do enjoy brewing, and most of all, we enjoy the end result. So this one is the Monster X-Wing XPA from Bayside Brewers. So this is what we fermented. We were lucky enough to get a cube from them after we supported them with the ingredients. And we took that cube and fermented it as they suggested. That cube is now sitting in a Fermentasaurus Snub Nose, and what we thought we'd do is we would just go ahead and luxuriously dry hop this thing. So we're gonna add 100 grams with an anaerobic transfer into another Snub Nose, and then after a little while, we're gonna do that again. And we'll probably do this 3 times, maybe more, I don't know. We might add more hops to it as well. But we wanted to showcase how you can get, a bit luxurious with your hop additions, adding heaps and getting huge impact out of it. And we wanted our version of this to be a little bit more, well, hop heavy. So we'll do the XPA. And again, thanks to Greg Hicks for setting this up for us and the Monster Brew this year. And the Bayside Brewers, we definitely appreciate your support, guys. And yeah, let's get on with it. 100 grams of Citra, anaerobically transferred. Let's do it. So this is the Fermentasaurus Snub Nose after primary fermentation. It's still sitting at around 18 degrees, and the yeast is gathered at the bottom. And what we're gonna do now is move the beer out of this one and into this one. This one's been cleaned and sanitized. We move the sanitizer out with gas. That leaves us a clean, sanitized, and purged fermenter. What we're gonna do though is open the lid. But we're gonna relieve the pressure, open the lid, and we're just gonna dump in 100 grams of Citra in this case. Relieve the pressure in the lid. As you can hear the gas coming out of the PRV. Oh yeah. And then we go ahead and open the lid, right? And being very sanitary, we have 100 grams of Citra here. Oh, it's heaven in it. It's just heaven. We'll go ahead and add 100 grams of Citra to this Snub Nose. Oop, there's one more. Every last little bit counts. Now, what we're gonna do, a little bit there, around the lid, seat the lid again, put the collar back on, nice and tight. That's pretty good. We might add a little bit of gas to this. So again, your gas port's always the one with the notch in it right here. So in we go. Try to keep in mind that once we push the sanitizer out of this to begin with, it was full of CO2. We open the lid, bit of oxygen, but the CO2 is heavier, right? As soon as we dump in the hops, which themselves have oxygen in them, we're then purging out any of the extra oxygen that might have been whipped in there when we threw them in. Now we'll go ahead and lock it up and allow the pressure to build up in there. And then we're gonna do a 2 PSI difference between this fermenter, and we're gonna go ahead and just put this beer on top of those hops. Leave that for about 3 days, and then we're gonna do it again. And after that, we might do it again. We might do this a couple of times. 3, 4, who knows? It's gonna be hoppy. The pressure back on this Fermentasaurus. Nice, you can actually see it smoking. This is an essential piece of gear if you have a Snub Nose, the liquid to liquid transfer. So this one's been cleaned and sanitized as well. Just for good measure, spray out the inside of that and that. And now we'll start with dialing a spunding valve all the way back down so it's off. We'll put this onto our gas port. So we haven't released any pressure there. We're sitting at just under 10. And there's a slight difference in pressure between this one and this one. And now we're running beer without it foaming up, nice and slow, over to the other fermenter. We'll keep the pressure on from the gas bottle on this one, which will push the floating dip tube down, and this beer will flow out from this line into over here, and there you have it. The transfer is happening. This will be dry hop number 1. Hot flight. Ah, so good. That's so good. And it smells so good. Yeah. It's got that nice hoppy smell. That's the first of a few anaerobic transfers we're going to do to dry hop this beer. So once again, thanks to the Bayside Brewers for blowing us a cube to mess around with. Next time we'll do even more hops in the next transfer. So join us then. Thanks guys. See you next time.